I mean, the real fascinating crypto is Bitcoin. To me, I mean, that's the one that I think has the most likely possibility of becoming a universal viable currency. And it's, it's limited in the amount that there can be. It's, people mine it with their own computer. It's like, that to me is very fascinating. And I love the fact that it's been implemented. And that at least like I've had Andreas Antonopoulos on the podcast, and when he talks about it, he's living it. He's spending all of his money. Everything he gets paid is in Bitcoin. He pays his rent in Bitcoin. Everything he does is in Bitcoin.
I'm excited about Bitcoin too. But I think this idea that we have a global currency that is outside of the control of any government is a super logical and important step on the tech tree.
Crypto family, welcome back to the channel. Aaron here, coming back at you with another cryptocurrency video. And that was Joe Rogan and Sam Altman giving their thoughts on what they think about Bitcoin. If you don't know who Sam Altman is, that is the CEO of OpenAI. That's basically the creator of ChatGPT right there. He believes in the future of Bitcoin. He also believes in the future of AI. So he thinks these two things could be huge in the future. So some recent Bitcoin news, checking out some on-chain data, looking at some indicators in today's video. Recommend you guys watch all the way to the end of the video. If you're new, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like the video, it definitely helps push out the message of Bitcoin to the YouTube algorithm. So let's go ahead and jump into it here today. And as we can see right here, Bitcoin has been the best performing asset in 2023. A lot of people think Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme still. A lot of people think Bitcoin's a scam, but it's still outperformed because of people like you, because of people like me who continue to dollar cost average in, put that Bitcoin in cold storage, and hold for the long term. Bitcoin will continue to be one of the best performing assets over the next decade. Obviously, that's not financial advice. It's just my opinion because we see the on-chain data. We're going to be checking out some more here in a second. But you can see right here as well, the U.S. national debt has increased by $2.01 trillion since the debt ceiling was suspended 4 months ago. So if you can come down here and see, you see the debt ceiling or the national debt was around $31.4 trillion back in June of 2023. Now in October of 2023, we're currently sitting at around $33.4 trillion. So you see this and you just understand that this is not sustainable. Our country cannot continue to print out all this money, continue to have more and more debt, and we won't see higher prices. As the money supply expands, that is what causes inflation. They're inflating the actual monetary supply. So we're going to continue to see higher prices in asset classes like real estate, Bitcoin, crypto, commodities like gold. The best thing you can do is to invest. You shouldn't be saving your money because of things like this. The debt increasing $2 trillion in just the past couple of months, which is just absolutely ridiculous. And then checking this out, this is some Bitcoin on-chain data. We only have 14% remaining of this Bitcoin epoch. So what does that mean? It basically just means that 86% of this halving cycle has already happened. So you can see the halving is going to be here in April of next year. And we have 14% more of the way compared to the previous two cycles. And you can see the last 14% was kind of boring for Bitcoin in the previous cycles. We actually had the COVID dump in the last halving cycle right before that, halving number 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how halving 4 plays out. It could be pretty boring up until then, but we may have some price gains as well. So we'll see what happens, but we're expecting going into the later half of 2024, into 2025, Bitcoin will make higher price gains after the halving like it has historically done. And check this out here. The narrative for Bitcoin mining is changing. Why Bitcoin mining might actually be great for sustainability. So in this article here, you can see they talk about Bitcoin as ESG. It's an ongoing debate over whether Bitcoin's energy consumption is going to be ESG compliant or not. And you can see they talk about some of the benefits here. Bitcoin miners can tap into any energy source anytime, anywhere in the world. And they are in constant search of low-cost energy, which they are increasingly find in underutilized renewable sources such as hydro, wind, geothermal, and solar energy. And then you can see right here, ESG is shorthand for environmental, social, and governance. It's an investing framework used to direct capital towards sustainable investments. So could Bitcoin equal ESG? According to professional services from KPMG, the answer is a resounding yes. Why are they starting to change their tune? If you come down here to the bottom of the article, you can see right here, it says that BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Invest, and other asset managers have filed for a Bitcoin spot ETF. An ETF approval is likely to drive billions of dollars in institutional investment toward the world's leading cryptocurrency. Key to onboarding investors, big and small, into the digital asset economy will be education, which entails correcting outdated narratives on Bitcoin and the environment. Recognizing Bitcoin's emerging use cases as an ESG technology is a good place to start. So basically, we could see a lot of money poured in from ARK Invest, from BlackRock, from Fidelity to educate people about Bitcoin mining. Historically, since Bitcoin has started, we've heard how much energy Bitcoin has used. It's used more energy than some small countries, but now people are starting to understand it incentivizes those non-renewable energy sources. And people are starting to see that is a good, positive thing for the world. So that whole narrative is changing and is definitely good to see. And then checking out some on-chain data here, just checking out the Bitcoin balance on exchanges. It continues to go down. We're hitting yearly lows over the past 3 years. We're currently sitting at around 2.28 million Bitcoin on exchanges, and it is continuing to go lower and lower and lower as all the Bitcoin investors are continuing to hold their Bitcoin in cold storage, taking it off of the exchanges. And I think that trend continues in the future, and we could potentially see some sort of supply shock. And I also want to check out the hash rate here for Bitcoin to see how that has been over the past couple months to see if we're hitting all-time highs. So yeah, the hash rate is still steadily going up for Bitcoin, so that's good to see there as well. And then also checking this out, Bitcoin realized profit to value RPV ratio. This is something we've seen in the past has called a lot of the Bitcoin bottoms. Back in 2011, it got into this green area, even below it, and it had this kind of double bottom play out here during the Bitcoin bottoms. And you can see the same thing happened in 2015 and 2016. We made kind of a double bottom where it got into this green area twice. Same thing here in 2019 and 2020. We made kind of this double bottom. Outside of the COVID crash, we really don't count that. The price didn't really go below that bottom level there. And we saw the same thing here in 2023. We hit that double bottom back in late 2022. That's when Bitcoin was trading around $17,000. And we just saw it hit back in this green area here. And Bitcoin is currently trading at around $27,000. So we could have potentially already seen the bottom back in 2022. We could potentially see only higher prices from here for Bitcoin going forward. I mean, that's what we've seen in the past here. After this second bottom played out, it only went up. After this second bottom played out, it only went up outside of the black swan event of COVID. And we could see the same thing going forward. So something to pay attention to there. And then check this out. This is the top 10 list of coin market cap back in 2013. So check out all of these cryptos. How many of these do you recognize? This is why you have to be careful with a lot of the altcoins that you invest in. Bitcoin is still number one. Litecoin, I think, is in the top 15 currently. But outside of those two coins, none of these coins that were back on this list in 2013 are even in the top 100. So when investing in altcoins, be very careful. Bitcoin has been the king for a very long time, and it will probably not change anytime soon. It's the safest bet in crypto. If you are in cryptocurrency, this is not financial advice, but you should have some Bitcoin in your portfolio. Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin, said get at least one Bitcoin before investing in any other shitcoins. So something to think about if you're only invested in the alts. So thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you found any value, make sure to hit that like button. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. Love to hear from you guys. My name is Aaron from the Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.